The goal is to deliver professional compliance services to smaller and mid-sized firms to allow them to avoid the opportunity costs that they spend on working on compliance themselves when they could be doing revenue-producing tasks. And so our goal is to deliver those compliance services not only in a holistic fashion, but also within the budget of the small to mid-sized firms. Performing compliance for firms is a business decision as well as a regulatory decision. Yes, you need to keep a firm safe within regulatory bounds in order to prevent it from having an enforcement action or a loss of reputation. But beyond that, it's more important that it also make business sense. And so in order for a compliance solution for any given client to make business sense, the compliance solution has to be appropriate for that business model. And so the people that are most competent and experienced at doing that sort of thing are ex-chief compliance officers turned consultants. And so all of the people at ComplianceWorks are ex-CCOs from their previous lives. They've worked within a budget, they've developed unique compliance solutions for their firms, and but also are mindful of all the rules and regulations that are necessary to keep a firm safe. This is much different than using like an ex-regulator as a consultant, an attorney as a consultant, or even just a lifetime consultant, where all they know is just the rules, and they tend to try to enforce every rule regardless of cost. And ultimately firms either get frustrated by it or they end up with a much higher compliance bill than they really should and or need to get through their next regulatory audit. The foremost thing as you're looking at compliance firms is to understand the match between your firm and what the firm's service level is offering. Many firms promise services out there, but to deliver services purely through technology is not a compliance solution. It can be a tool in compliance, but it's not a compliance solution. To deliver services without ever seeing the client, otherwise from behind the desk in the office, is also a very detached way of delivering compliance. It lends itself to a cookie cutter approach because there's a formula on how you answer those questions. It's not really getting to know the client, and oftentimes in those types of situations, you're getting a different person on the phone with every call. At ComplianceWorks, we have a dedicated consultant for you that learns your business and therefore can learn how to develop a unique compliance program for you. And it's a service level that is kind of a lost art today. Today it's trying to scale everything, and this is probably the least scalable compliance service model because it's so dependent on the people. But in my mind, it makes a much better compliance program, and it delivers a more personal, long-lived relationship as opposed to just delivering the cookie cutter compliance.